In many ways, Ghana is one of Africa's success stories. A growing economy, democratic government, and huge potential to lift millions out of poverty. But like so many developing countries, its progress is made more difficult by the structure of international trade.
If you get trade right, then people's livelihood, their needs will be addressed better. If you get it wrong, you destroy them, and if you impoverish them.
Most Ghanaian farmers cannot compete with subsidised imports from wealthy countries because they lack the machinery and infrastructure, the guaranteed markets, and, perhaps above all, the level of government support they need.
It's not easy for us working as rice farmers. We sometimes have difficulty of accessing credits to improve upon our farms. When we harvest, we face difficulty of getting a reasonable market for our products.
Our production cost is at the high side. There was no subsidy on the inputs that we buy. So when we produce a rice, always they complain that our local rice is costly.
For rice farmers like these, who form the bedrock of the country's economy, the obstacles look huge. But Christian Aid, working with partners like the Ghana Trade and Livelihood Coalition, or GTLC, is working to give them the support they need to realise their potential and work their way out of poverty. Tomato farming on a typical Ghanaian smallholding. Expectations had sunk so low that even these tomato farmers were buying imported tomatoes to eat. What was needed was a change of mindset and a way to empower these farmers.
Years back, farmers were not organized, and because of that we faced a lot of problems. But now, with the help of GTLC, that we do have our meetings, and now we speak up for ourselves.
The ability to organize farmers in their villages and give them an organization and the capacity to articulate their issues and bring it to the attention of policymakers. That is very important.
By being taught how to advocate and lobby, farmers have begun to successfully secure government support for agriculture through subsidies and investment in infrastructure. GTLC also works with the government to support factories like this tomato factory near Bolgatanga. Processing crops locally increases their value to farmers and also provides jobs.
Because of the continued pressure that we're putting on government, they were able to revamp the Quality Tomatoes factory. So we do have to come together and talk with that loud voice so they listen to us.
The rice farms of Osaduku are another of the campaign's success stories. Before 2005, they lacked a secure market for their rice. Production costs were high, and the farmers' attempts to demand government support had failed. Forming a coalition has helped to change that.
Before GTLC comes in, we were charged with 28% of interest rate annual. But when we were organized and GTLC supported us by training us, building our capacity, we negotiate with the bank, ADB, and they have reduced the interest rate from 28% to 15% annual, which means we have achieved a better credit rate that enhances the farmer, or we the farmers, to have profit in our pocket.
The final link in the supply chain has been to develop a secure market for the crop, to promote consumption of homegrown rice over the imported rice that used to dominate the market.
We have actually, through the campaigns, made the Ghanaian public aware of the social, economic and health benefits of consuming local Ghanaian rice. This has actually resulted in an increase in demand, actually.
Me personally, I have increased my farming from 1 hectare to 7 hectares. So the profit I get from the 7 hectares is a huge money. So now I'm happy that I get money and I can look after my children. Now we can eat 3 times a day. And we have more food in the house that my children and the family, we are enjoying.